An awful lot of what we do with probability in this course is going to depend on being able to find a sample space for a given probability experiment, so that's a really good place to begin our study of probability. In this case, we're told that a baseball team has 12 pitchers, and a manager idiotically decides to pick tonight's starting pitcher randomly. And the first question is, what is the sample space? Well, the sample space is defined to be all of the outcomes for a given probability experiment. In this case, the probability experiment is choosing one pitcher randomly from 12. So the sample space is going to be all of the individual pitchers. He's only choosing one pitcher out of 12, but any one of them could be selected, so the sample space would literally be a list of all the pitchers. Now we're asked for examples, so there's not one single answer, but first we're asked for an example of an outcome. Well, an outcome is a single result in a probability experiment. What that means is any outcome is going to be one of those pitchers. Because, as we know, he has to choose one pitcher out of 12, and there's 12 possible outcomes. Any individual outcome is just one of the pitchers he can choose. The point is to contrast that with an event. An event is any subspace of the sample space, so an event could be made up of multiple outcomes. Any individual outcome is also an event, so if you wanted to sort of weasel out, you could just say an event is one of those pitchers, but it would be more interesting to put together maybe a group of pitchers. So I thought about like choosing a left-handed pitcher. That's a really nice example of an event because it's made up of more than one outcomes, assuming that there are some left-handed pitchers and more than one on this roster. Then if he chooses a left-handed pitcher, there's several different he could choose from, and so there would be several different outcomes that satisfy that event.